73 BC Italy, a gladiator training school in Capua. In the middle of the night, 78 men walked into the kitchen knives, meat skewers, nothing else. They walked out the door. And that night, the most terrifying revolt in Roman history began. 78 men in 2 years became an army of 100,000, and Rome never saw it coming. But first, a question. Who was Spartacus? The truth is more complex than most people think. He was a Thracian soldier from what is now Bulgaria. He had served in the Roman army, then escaped or was captured. The exact reason still unknown, and was sent to a gladiator school in Capua. Every ancient source describes him the same way: exceptionally tall, extraordinarily strong, and a sharp, calculating mind. These qualities would change everything. 73 BC, inside the gladiator school, Spartacus and 78 companions made their plan. They entered the kitchen, took knives and skewers, overpowered the guards, and escaped. On the way, they seized a cart carrying gladiator weapons. They climbed Mount Vesuvius. Rome didn't take this seriously. 3,000 untrained soldiers were sent. They surrounded the mountain, thinking there was no way down. But Spartacus thought differently. He ordered his men to weave ropes from wild grapevines. At night, they climbed down the other side of the mountain and attacked the Roman soldiers from behind, wiping them out completely. This was the first victory, but not the last. Word spread. From fields, from farms, from cities, slaves began arriving. 70 men within months became 70,000, then surpassed 100,000. Rome sent another army. Spartacus won again. Another army was sent, another victory. In total, Roman legions were defeated by Spartacus 8 times. The Roman Senate was terrified, because at that time, Rome's best generals were elsewhere, in Spain, in Turkey. The soldiers left in Italy were inexperienced, and Spartacus knew this weakness very well. But here, the most important question appears. What did Spartacus actually want? Most people think he wanted to abolish slavery. But ancient sources say something different. Spartacus wanted to go home, to Thrace, to modern-day Bulgaria. He wanted to cross the Alps and leave Italy. But his army split into 2 groups. One part wanted to plunder Italy. They rejected Spartacus's plan, and this split ultimately changed everything. Spartacus made a new plan: cross to Sicily, build new strength there. He made a deal with pirates. They would provide ships. Money was paid. The pirates disappeared. The ships never came. This was one of the greatest betrayals in history. And Spartacus learned, too late, that not everyone could be trusted. Now, Rome sent its full power. Marcus Licinius Crassus, Rome's wealthiest man. He funded 8 legions from his own money, and to trap Spartacus in southern Italy, he built a 55-kilometer trench and wall across the entire peninsula. Spartacus broke through it once, but the second time, he couldn't. There was nowhere left to run. 71 BC. The final battle. Spartacus charged forward. He was trying to reach Crassus himself. 2 Roman tribunes fell in his path and were killed, but Spartacus never reached him. He died in battle. But his body was never found. Rome searched. They couldn't find it. Spartacus disappeared forever. After the battle, 6,000 captured slaves. Along the Appian Way, 200 kilometers from Rome to Capua, they were all crucified. This was the most terrifying punishment in Roman history. Rome wanted to send one message: try this again, and this is what happens. But this message could not erase Spartacus, because he had already become a legend. And there was one final irony. Crassus defeated Spartacus. But when Pompey arrived, he rounded up the last escaping slaves and wrote to the Senate, "I have ended the revolt." Crassus was furious for the rest of his life. The man who did all the work was robbed of the glory. Even in the aftermath of the greatest slave revolt in history, Roman politics never stopped, and history treated him strangely. Karl Marx called him the most splendid fellow in the whole of ancient history. Revolutionaries took him as their symbol, films, TV shows, books, but the real Spartacus never fought to abolish slavery, never wanted to change Rome. He simply wanted to go home. 78 men, kitchen knives, and Rome couldn't stop him for 2 years. What do you think? If the pirates hadn't betrayed him, could Spartacus have defeated Rome? Leave your answer in the comments. And if this story moved you, subscribe, because next time we go even deeper.